Hi, you guys. All right, so this is my homework. I am doing Introduction to the Responsive Web Design Challenges. So these are only the challenges that I'm doing. This is my homework. So this video is not going to be that long. It's only about 4 challenges, but they're pretty, this media query and stuff like that. So they're not all that easy either. All right, so let's go to the first lesson. Okay, media queries are a new technique introduced in CSS3 that changed the presentation of um, content based on different viewport sizes. The viewport is a user's visible area of a web page and is different depending on the device used to access the site. Media queries consist of a media type, and if that media type matches the type of device the document is displayed on, the styles are applied. You can have as many selectors and styles inside of your media query as you want. Here's an example of a media query that returns the content when the device's width is less than or equal to 100 pixels. So we got media, max width is 100 pixels, and then whatever CSS rules that you want. And the following media query returns the content when the device's height is more than or equal to 350 pixels. Minimum height, 350. Okay. Remember, the CSS inside the media query is applied only if the media type matches that of the device being used. Add a media query so that the P tag has a font size of 10 pixels when the device's height is less than or equal to 800 pixels. Okay, you guys. So where do I put my code at? At media. So let's see. When the device's height is less than or equal to minimum height less than or equal to. I'm trying to make sure I do it right. So this would be saying, let me see. I think it's max. Yeah, it's max. Okay, so at media. So then I go, they said the P. Mm, So we have to move this and put it here. Your P element should have a font size of 10 pixels when the device height is less than. My only thing is I don't think I know how to read. I need to look up an example for a media query just so that I can understand how this part goes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not so sure. Example of media query in CSS. Yeah, let's see what they got going on here. Got it. Okay. So it has this and then this. Okay. That's all I needed. Uh-oh, what is this? Nope. Yeah, I was doing that totally wrong. I think, let me make sure. Yeah. Um, P. Let's see, did I do it right? Bear with me, y'all. And where should I put and? Maybe they want me to put nin. Oh, okay. No. Oof. Should have a font size. Oh, 10 pixels. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. Okay. Now that I did that, let me see. Making images responsive with CSS is actually very simple. You just need to add these properties to an image. Image, max width, 100, height, auto. The max width of 100% will make sure the image is never wider than the container it is in. And the height of auto will make the image keep its original aspect ratio. Okay, that's a great thing to use. Then you don't have to figure anything out. Add the style rules to the responsive image class to make it responsive. It should never be wider than its container. In this case, it's the preview window, and it should keep its original aspect ratio. After you have added your code, resize the preview to see how your images behave. Okay. So where do I put my code at? I guess it goes right here. Add style rules. So height auto. Okay, so we're over here. Actually, that's wrong. I'll delete that in a minute. All right, can't forget to come back up here and delete that. Let's see. So what we just did was we made this maximum with 100%. All right, next. With the increase of internet connected devices, their sizes and specifications vary, and the displays they use could be different externally and internally. Pixel density is an aspect that could be different on one device from others, and this density is known as pixel per inch or dots per inch. The most famous such display is the one known as a Retina display. On the latest Apple MacBook Pro notebooks and recently iMac computers, due to the difference in pixel density between a Retina and non-Retina displays, some images that have not been made with a high resolution display in mind could look pixelated when rendered on a high resolution display. The simplest way to make your images properly appear on high resolution displays, such as the MacBook Pro Retina display, is to define their width and height values as only half of what the original file is. Here's an example of the image that is only using half of the original height and width. Okay, so the image is 250, the width is 250. Set the width and height of the image tag to half of their original values. In this case, both the original height and original width are 200. So I guess you should do it 100. Oops, it's not a class. Okay, you guys, I think this is the last one. Instead of using em or pixels to size text, you can use viewport units for responsive typography. Viewport units, like percentages, are relative units, but they are based off different items. Viewport units are relative to the viewport dimensions, width or height of a device, and percentages are relative to the size of the parent container element. The 4 different viewports units are Hmm. Here's an example that sets a body tag to 30% of the viewport's width. Body width 30. Okay, so VW is kind of used as percentage a little bit. They're all kind of like that. Set the width of the H2 tag to 80% of the viewport's width and the width of the paragraph as 75% of the viewport's smaller dimension. Okay, you guys, I think I'm actually finished with my lesson. Let me find out because I don't want to do more than what I'm supposed to. I mean, this was my homework and I should be done. Oh, I got one more. All right. Sorry, let me turn this off. My Discord is making sounds. All right. Use display flex to position two boxes. This section uses alternating challenges. Oh my goodness. And I can't turn it down. Hold on, you guys. All right, sorry about that. So, let me see here. First, a challenge will explain theory, then a practical challenge using a simple tweet component will apply the Flexbox concept. Placing the CSS property display flex on an element allows you to use the flex properties to build a responsive page. Add the CSS property display to box container and it sets its value to flex. All right. All right, so box container should have the display property set to the value of flex. Where's box container? Here it is. Display flex. And then, is that it? Yeah. But do you see what it did, you guys? You see how it made it next to each other? I don't know why this is taking me into more stuff. I should be finished. All right, I'm gonna finish this last one, but this is getting on my nerves. To the right is the tweet embedded that will be used as a practical example. Some of the elements will look better with a different layout. The last challenge demonstrated display effects. Here you'll add it to several components in the tweet embedded to start adjusting their positioning. Add the CSS property display effects to all of the following items. Note that the selectors are already set up in CSS. Header, the header's profile name, the header following the footer status. Your follow BTN should be rendered on the page. Be sure to turn off any extensions such as ad blockers. What is you talking about? Okay, follow BTN is on the page somewhere, I'm assuming, but I don't see it. Follow BTN. It's in there with other stuff. Your header should have a display property set to flex. I'm gonna go ahead and make follow BTN. I don't know what they want me to put there, so. Your footer should have a display flex. Your H3 should have a display flex. Now I don't see H3 by itself. Header H3, header H4. Your profile name. Profile name. So I can erase this. Stats should have a display flex. All right, let me take a screenshot of this and I'm gonna be finished with this. Well, I guess I'll just learn it anyway. Adding display flex to an element turns it into a flex container. This makes it possible to align any children of that element into rows or columns. You do this by adding the flex direction property to the parent item and setting it to row or column. Creating a row will align the children horizontally, and creating a column will align the children vertically. Other options for flex direction are row reverse and column reverse. Note the default value for the flex direction property is row. Add the CSS property flex direction to the box container element. This is actually really good, what I wanted to learn. Row reverse. So when I do this, the orange should be first. in the blast. Perfect. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Apply the flex direction property to create rows in the tweet embed. The header and footer in the tweet embed example have child items that could be arranged as rows using the flex direction property. This tells CSS to align the children horizontally. Add the CSS property flex direction to both the header and the footer and set the value to row. Mm-hmm. Use this flex direction property to make a column. The last two challenges use the flex direction property to set to a row. This property can also create a column by vertically stacking the children of a flex container. Add the CSS property flex direction to box container element and give it column. Powerful. Apply the flex direction property to create a column in the tweet embed. The tweet header and footer use the flex direction property earlier with a row value. Similarly, the items inside the profile name element would work well stacked as a column. So add flex direction column to profile name. Where is it? Profile name is. Oh man, this is getting good. I'm really learning something. Like, yes. Sometimes the flex items within a flex container do not fill all the space in the container. It is common to want to tell CSS how to align and space out the flex items a certain way. Fortunately, the justify content property has several options to do this. But first, there is some important terminology to understand before reviewing those options. Recall that setting at a flex container as a row places the flex items side by side from left to right. A flex container set as column places the flex items in a vertical stack from top to bottom. For each, the direction the flex items are arranged is called the main axis. For a row, this is the horizontal line that cuts through each item. As for a column, the main axis is a vertical line through the items. There are several options for how to space the flex items along the line that is the main axis. One of the most commonly used is justify content center, which aligns all the flex items to the center inside the flex container. Other options include an example helps show this property in action. Add the CSS property justify content to the box container and put it to the center. Okay. The last challenge, thank goodness, showed an example of the justified content property for the tweet embedded. This property can be applied to align the items in the profile name element. Add the CSS property justify content to profile name element and set the value to any of the options from the last challenge. Where is profile name, y'all? Align items. Look at that. Interesting. I'm just going down to the bottom of this stuff, you guys, and writing the code. There's so many different ones. We could just see what it does instead of reading all that. Like, come on. Now that didn't do anything. Oh, it didn't do nothing because one, it'll be the same. But if you did it, it'll shrink 3 times as much as the other. That makes sense. They have disappeared in there. Wow. So these are different ways to do these. I don't know if I'd ever be caught doing these ones. They seem harder, but they're probably for different things. Mm. All right, this is where I draw the line and end it all because I'm not getting caught up in this. This isn't even my thing to do. But you know what? I just seen how to do it, so might as well. That's it. I'm done. This tape is over. Goodbye. Ugh. Okay, you guys, I did it. I didn't want to do this, as you can tell, but I'm keeping it going here, so. That's actually a really good thing to remember. Grid column gap. Oh yeah, man. I've come into this situation many times. So just sit back and look at my code. Basically, we'll see how it just changes a little bit. So this is the grid row gap. You see how I put that in between there? Hmm. This is a fun one. Hmm. Oh, last two columns. Let me reset this. Last two columns. Assuming the last two columns. Oh, you guys, I gotta stop this. Okay, I put this one, 2, 4. That's it. I'm done. Good night. I know I said I was gonna quit, but I can't do you like that. I just changed the bottom row just like it was over here. I just changed it to footer, footer, footer. I don't know when this lesson ends, but it's making me upset. This is my answer, y'all. I don't know where I'm at, if I'm almost finished or what. Oh, I'm so upset. Yeah, you guys, here's where I end the video. I'm sorry I had such a bad attitude tonight, but I was tired of it. Like, it's never ending. And literally, I already did this. So I will just send my people the link. All right, thank you for watching. Bye.